Now that right there, my friend, is the sound of disappointment.
I freaking hate you.
I'm looking at this silver coin right now, and it says official Liverpool FC supporters club, Washington D.C. You'll never walk alone. What does that mean to you, Jabril? YNWA.
I hate you.
What is that?
Bro, you need to leave me alone. God dang it, man. We just... Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Walaikum salam. This is your co-host Mohamed Hassan,
And I'm Jabril Salam.
and you are listening to the Young and Muslim podcast.
Hey.
So today, brutal day. We just watched.
Man, we just lost the UEFA Champions League Final against Real Madrid. I'm a diehard Liverpool fan.
Yep.
Mohamed Salah got injured, and many people are angry because this dude Sergio Ramos played extremely dirty, and he's lucky it's Ramadan because I'll be spazzing out right now.
Yes, yes.
Unequivocally cool, to say the least.
Well, I was actually watching you when that happened, and you actually did, pretty good job keeping your cool, I would say.
I'm still doing a good job keeping my cool.
I can tell right now.
Yeah.
His eyes just rolled to the back of his head. Looking like a gin.
Look, all I'm saying is I kept my cool compared to some of the people in that bar.
Bro.
So just for context, I drove up all the way to Manassas, Virginia, which is about 3 hours from where I live.
Norfolk, Virginia.
Mm-hmm. And then from there, I met with Muhammad, and we left Manassas and went up to Clarendon, which is in Arlington, Virginia, which is basically D.C.
Mm-hmm.
We went to this supporters bar, and I mean,
Awesome
honestly,
place.
it was awesome.
The environment was on point.
It was packed. I think I'm pretty sure they were beyond like the hazard point.
Beyond max capacity.
Yeah, I think it was roughly about 400 or 500 people.
The fire marshal was outside, but he was shook. He couldn't come in.
Yeah, man. So it was great. Like everybody was singing, everybody was having fun. People were drinking, and like met a lot of really cool people, and and we went in there, and it was just a good time. I got Mo a Liverpool jersey. I got my Liverpool jersey on.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
And
keeping this bad boy.
the game started out well, and we were playing like if Mohamed Salah was in, we would have won.
Yeah.
But Sergio Ramos, he purposely injured him, basically dislocating his shoulder, and he had to go off.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, like we played well, but our goalkeeper it wasn't a good game for him.
But that point when he got injured, there was a lot of emotions stirring up. A lot of emotions.
Yeah.
You saw my face.
Yeah,
I was just
you were
in there.
pretty
I
bummed.
was not only shocked, but I was angry. I was like, I can't believe he would do that.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, man. It's crazy when players do. And I've played with people like that. They do anything to win. Like they fight people.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, at the end of the day, bro, we all try to go home safe. You know what I'm saying? Like after this game, like we have things to do.
Yeah.
And the World Cup is coming up. So for another international player to do that to another is just disgraceful. And he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
I mean, let's even talk about the build-up. 32 goals in 38 games. The hottest player on the planet right now. Am I off?
Yeah. Well, he had 40. I think he had 44 this entire season.
I might have just been talking about
You're talking about the just Premier League.
Premier League,
If you include the Champions League, he had 43, I believe, 43 or 44 this entire season.
Truly blessed.
So Mohamed Salah was having an amazing season. He's had an amazing season, and I mean, sending Egypt into the World Cup, and just making a statement for all Muslims, Africans, the Arab nations, the African nations, the Muslim community, the Ummah out here. He's really just made a statement saying like, yo, like we're humble, we're cool, we're calm, collected, and we're out here just to be friendly. Like this dude, honestly, is probably one of the most friendly people you would ever meet. And everybody that's come across him, fans, teammates, coaches, everybody always says like this. They have the highest of praises for this man, and I think he's just done an absolutely fantastic job representing Muslims around the world.
And that's one of the main reasons why I got so angry, and so did everybody else, because they love this man.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't believe this just happened. It's just like somebody coming at Obama.
Especially during Ramadan, bro.
Especially during Ramadan.
Look, man, it sucks. And I said to Mo on the ride here, why during Ramadan would something like this happen? Like fellow Muslim brother, very religious, very into his faith. He prays. We all praying for him. I mean, I specifically prayed for him for like a week straight, no injuries, just to come out successful, and it was literally the total opposite. So I don't know. My head was just kind of like, what the heck after the game, and I don't know. I prayed. We just prayed, and I prayed. I said, Allah, like, just bless me to kind of understand like why does that stuff happen. We asked the question, why does bad stuff happen to good people?
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know. I would like to talk to somebody and figure that out. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty freaking blown right now about the game. But I think the larger question is, how do you handle that anger during Ramadan? We saw some people in that bar. This guy behind us, this dude was easily like 270, 280.
He's probably still angry right now.
Bro,
still
he
yelling.
was banging on the bar. What? Bam, bam, bam. And we were like, yo, chill. Like, I'm angry, but this dude was getting ready to break the bar.
He got to the point where he was getting aggressive.
Yeah, is that he could have hurt somebody.
He could have hurt somebody, and at that point, we got to realize that it is just a game. Because like you're saying, Mohamed Salah just want to go home to his family, thinking about one of those workers. What if they got injured? But what if he threw a beer bottle because he was angry and hit somebody in the
hit
somebody in the head, and they can't go home.
Yeah.
So there's it's just, you can call it what you want it, but you got to be able to kind of cool down a little bit. And,
you got to know your limits.
For us, I think I cooled down because, one, it was Ramadan. If it wasn't Ramadan, I think I would still be angry right now. And I kind of had to just step away from my phone because everybody's talking about it right now.
Yeah. I mean, that was the obvious stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like, step away from the phone.
Yeah.
And then with soccer, you can never say something is definite. Like, you can never say, oh, the game is done, because we scored. We end up scoring. After that, Sadio Mane, Bismillah, this dude, mashallah, had an amazing game. This dude, Sadio Mane, he's also a Muslim brother from Senegal.
Senegalese king.
I have, bro, I didn't tell you for my birthday, because my birthday just passed. I actually am getting a DNA kit. It's going to be in my house very soon, so I'll soon be knowing my...
What's the source? Like, where are you getting it from?
My Heritage DNA testing. I want to do that one, and then later on, inshallah, I get the money. I want to do the
My ancestry.
No. It's called AfricanAncestry.com.
Okay.
I want to do that one because that one is very specific with the tribes and the exact regions. A lot of them kind of gloss over and say you're from this region, right? Which it narrows down to these 3 countries. These are the places that you're from, but it's really this region because of DNA type or tribes. They travel, they move, they migrate. So the African ancestry DNA test is a lot more accurate and very pinpoint, and that's what I want to do. And then I have something very special planned for it if the means are there.
You have to let us know the results as soon as they come out.
Oh yeah.
Keep the audience posted.
And be like, I am not pregnant.
One listens like, I told you he was Sudanese. I told you.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to find out because I think it's just something for African Americans. A lot of us that's very, it's missing. It's missing in our cultural identity where it's like, where do our people hail from before this? And I know a lot of us aren't curious. I know there's a lot of people that aren't curious about that. They just won't forget it. But for me, it's very important. But not to get away from the topic.
Yes.
I think I'll Senegalese. So I'm definitely going for them in the World Cup. Definitely going for them.
One thing that I did like, as soon as he got injured, I saw a lot of people that were non-Muslim that had his back. So that's one thing I realized. I was like, man, like, God makes no mistakes. And you were kind of asking, like, why did this happen? Maybe this might be a sign where non-Muslims kind of rally around Mohamed Salah and having his back. Like, oh, what happened was wrong, Sergio. You shouldn't have done that. Like, this is a man of faith, a man of God. This is a good person. For you to do that and then laugh on camera, that is just
it's sick,
despicable in a way.
Look, man, and what I think with soccer, especially a team like Liverpool, is that Liverpool rallies around its players.
You'll never walk alone.
And that's exactly. And that's what that means. Like, you'll never walk alone, regardless if you're with us and you leave, you go to a different team. Like, you're still a Liverpool player.
I just became a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
No, the cat's out the bag. I was a Barca fan, still am, but English Premier League, when I first came on board and started watching it, kind of like wholeheartedly, I was a Chelsea fan because I loved Petr Cech. great
Yeah,
goalie,
yeah.
and I loved Mohamed Salah because he came on after.
Yeah.
And then he started bouncing around, and then I just became Chelsea fan by default because my CEO was there, and he always kind of put that bug in my ear. Yeah, so I was okay. And then you were a Liverpool fan. I loved how you watched it, and the fans are just awesome.
Yeah.
So when I
They
went out
really
there
are.
today and kind of saw that, I was like, it was a feeling.
And everybody was cool.
Everybody
right?
was
Everybody was
cool.
really cool.
As soon as I put on this jersey, it felt like I was a part of something.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went out there, you know, YNWA, You'll Never Walk Alone, isn't just a statement. It's literally
It's a way of life.
It's a
bro.
way of life.
It's a way of life.
It is a way of life. And when I walked in there, you saw so many different emotions that people had your back. Like, yo, man, it's
Yeah.
gonna be all right. Hey, still believe. We still have time. Like, don't worry. He'll be back. He'll bounce back.
Yeah, exactly.
We got
exactly.
that. So that was awesome.
What was interesting about "You Never Walk Alone," the song
Mhm.
"You'll Never Walk Alone," if you listen to the lyrics, it is really talking about how when you're going through a hard time and you're in the storm, keep your head held up high because these dreams that you have can still live on because you're never walking alone. There's going to be other people that are there to help you. So it just in its entirety, the club, what we stand for, the people, the fan base is just enormous. And for me, you know, my favorite player, Steven Gerrard, was playing for Liverpool when I first started really watching them. And it was just, I don't know, it had like this family appeal to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're both very close to our families.
Yes.
And I think for me, that kind of tribal element to Liverpool and how the fans are with the club was something that really attracted me. And I could sense that just by watching them. I could, like, just by watching them. And it's just completely different. The atmosphere at the home games, even the away support, is just completely different. It's second to none in my opinion. So for me, that was my reasoning for supporting Liverpool. And again, it showed, like, we were just at this supporters bar.
Yes.
There was like 500, maybe even more people there.
Packed.
The inside was packed. The outside patio was even.
Sea of red.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But why I love that statement, soccer aside, is that even in the Muslim fashion, or just being a man of faith, you'll never walk alone. You know, God is always with you. And when I first saw that, I was like, I never knew what YNWA stand. I never knew it. And then they finally told me, and then it's like, wow, you have your bad times. And when Mohamed Salah right now, when he's hurt, he's gonna be alone in the hospital. You know, his family's gonna be there, but there's gonna be times where he's gonna be alone, and then God's gonna be with him. And just having faith that he's gonna be able to bounce back, and then knowing that, hey, look, I know this came at the worst time it could ever have.
Yeah.
But I still have faith in my Lord. I still have faith in the All Protector. You know, El Maulana. He's gonna take care of me. He's gonna make things right. So
Yeah.
I just think that's awesome. It's something hard though. It is something hard because you think the world is done. You work so hard, and you think your world is just crashing down on you. Everything that you've got is lost. But just keeping your faith, keeping your cool, and knowing that on the other side everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's a blessing in itself.
Yeah, man. Keeping your faith is extremely hard, especially in hard times.
Yes.
You know, and I think that people underestimate that. They think religion is like, yo, I'm saved. You know, I took my shahada, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's why they say I'm a practicing Muslim. I practice this religion because, yo, when you play a sport, every practice isn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some practices where you just be like, bro, this sucks.
And can you skip a practice if you're a professional athlete?
No, you can't. And that goes into something we always talk about, which is being a full-time Muslim, right? And that's something I think we'll definitely hit on stronger in another podcast. You know, just like that'll be the main purpose and main theme. But yeah, you're right. When you're practicing and when you're trying to get to the final goal, which is to get to Jannah, it's like, yo, you're going to have ups and downs. There is never the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't care who says it. I don't care if a sheikh says it. It's not. That nobody's path is straight and narrow because we all go through trials and tribulations. We all fail at those things. So, you know, I know there was one point I was getting on myself because I wasn't doing right and I knew it. And it was just hard for me to kind of get on that track. It's like, yo, tomorrow's a new day.
Yes.
Wake up, try harder, try and be better every day. And that's helped me. And in Islam, the the notion that Allah is most merciful. You know, the first 10 days of Ramadan is about mercy. The second 10 is about forgiveness, and we're in the second 10 now. So knowing that Allah was merciful on us, like nobody starts Ramadan stronger than when they end it,
Yeah.
right? Like nobody does. I don't care who you are. Like Ramadan is hard. It's not an easy task. And so Allah is merciful. Allah knows. You know, look, Allah has more patience than anybody. Allah's probably like, you again? You doing this again? It's cool. I'm gonna be merciful, son. And then then forgiveness comes in. It's like you do some things that are bad and stuff that you've done in the past, just over the past year. And I'm not even talking about like serious stuff. I'm talking like just like yelling at your parents or like yelling at your kids.
Getting angry.
Yeah, getting angry. Just like simple stuff like all this forgiven, bro. Just because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, hey, fast this month, pray, learn more of the religion, and be peaceful. Take on the attributes that I show you. Be merciful to others. Have faith, right? Pray, and I'll give you those blessings. And it's like, bro, what? It's like that easy.
And that's why I love Ramadan, because I'm more conscious about that. I have more more God conscious of when I get angry.
Yeah.
On regular days, somebody cuts me off. I'm flicking them off. I'm chasing them. I'm honking my horn.
You know how many times
he take exit 15. I'm taking exit 14. I'm catching him. You feel me?
Bro, how many times I would have just robbed out somewhere like
yeah. And during Ramadan, it goes back to keeping your cool. You realize like, whoa, I'm out of character right now.
Yeah.
Because when you get angry, you're just a new person.
Yo, it's like
you're a different person.
It's like when you need a Snickers, you just a totally different person.
So that's why that's why I love Ramadan, because you realize like, yo, this is not me. It's take a step back, relax, breathe, and I think that's what we try to do today after the game, even though it was so emotional. And
I had to sleep.
I
just had to go to sleep.
That also does work.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me.
But don't you feel God see, you're talking about like Mohamed Salah, how God tested his injury. We get tested every single day.
Yeah, everybody does.
So everybody does. And that's why you have to renew your faith every single day. That's why you have to practice. That's why you have to practice, because you're renewing your faith. And you get so many different tests, whether that test is somebody getting you angry, bad thoughts, trials and tribulations. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, man. And learning how to keep trucking on when things are hard. Like, not just giving up. Like, nothing good has ever come easy. And I think
you gotta cool down and then move forward.
Yeah. And look, and you have to learn how long your fuse is.
Yes.
Right? Like, some people need a little bit longer than others. Like the game today, like, you didn't need nearly as much time as me to calm down. Like, I'm still pretty blown, but I'm calming down. You were kind of like, oh, we lost, and I'm like, he was like, bro, we gotta go. We got moves to make. I'm like, dog, I swear.
Hey, bro, I saw you was like this. I was like, man, bro's gonna be in there joint hugging. I thought you could hug like 20 people.
Nah, bro. I know, dog. I was like, yo, I'll see y'all. Next season. I'll see y'all next season. I'm out. Like,
I was in there just like, man, I wonder what we have for iftar tonight.
Yeah. Funny thing is, how you feeling? Like, how have your
after the game?
Like how have your like last few hours been since the game? Well, just for starters, I woke up for Sahur this morning, 4:00.
Yes.
8. Left my house around 6. Got to your house at 9.
God bless you.
Got to the game at like 10:45 because we had other stuff to do.
Yeah.
And then
kickoff
from
was
10.
at 2:30.
Yeah, we got in there as soon as they opened. There was like 5 of us in there
at 11.
At 11 o'clock. Kickoff was at 2:30, and then we didn't get out there until like 4:45.
4:45. Yeah.
And right now it's 7, and so we still have another hour left of fasting.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling?
The main reason why I was able to brush it off so easily, because I'm not a diehard Liverpool fan yet.
Yeah.
I'm just getting into the groove, and for me, this is probably the first season ever where I kept up with every single game of Liverpool.
Yeah.
I'm still learning the organization, still learning the players, still learning how they play. Mm-hmm. So this was like a trial run for me this year, and I love the journey. It was an awesome journey.
It was an amazing season.
It was an amazing, thank Allah. And for me, I was like, man, I was kind of like, alhamdulillah, they even got this far.
Yeah, right.
because I'm not used to seeing Liverpool, and I've been always a Barca fan, and Barca always wins. You feel me?
It's different.
It's different. Then we see another club like get that far, you're like, oh man, it's good they even got that far. But I believe after what happened this year, you cannot count them out anymore. I don't think Liverpool can be counted out.
Definitely not.
Feel me? So I think over the years, once I started getting into, I think that's the first time I've been around other Liverpool fans. You're the only person You're the only person that knows I'm a Liverpool fan.
I mean, from where I am, there aren't many people, and that's what's cool about the supporters club is because I told them, I was like, yo, I'm all the way from North. They're like, yo, come through.
Remember Todd on Facebook?
Yeah, Todd. Todd was like, I'm sitting right beside you, Jabril. I'm like, yo, that's weird and creepy, but kind of cool, right? So, it's just cool how inviting everybody was.
Surprised he didn't poke you.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about soccer, much like religion, in my opinion? Politics, all this stuff goes out the window.
It does.
It goes out. Like, nobody cared what our color was. Nobody cared what our background was.
No racism in soccer. Not at all.
There's
no division.
Nobody cared. All they care about is the team.
When that whistle blew.
Yeah.
When that whistle blew, all focus was on what?
It was on the game. It was on being a family and not walking alone.
Everybody was like, yeah, like screaming.
Bro, when Sadio Mane scored.
But not even that. When the game kicked off, sweet silence. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
I was like,
bro, because we were listen, man, we were nervous and rightly so. Like, for nothing, Real Madrid just won their 3rd straight Champions League. Bro, they broke the record for 2 straight. That was the first time any team has ever won the UEFA Champions League back to back.
3 years.
So for them to do it 3 years in a row is amazing. So, salute to Real Madrid.
Sure.
And
no hating.
Outside of Sergio Ramos, I thought their team was brilliant. You know what I'm saying?
Bale had the goal of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe even after Ronaldo's another bike.
Yeah, that bike was
came
clutch.
off as a sub.
He was in for like 3-4 minutes and they had a bike.
Down. You haven't seen me play. Watch this, Zizo.
Zaboom.
Wow.
Yeah, it was clutch. I'll give him that. And I mean, look, our goalkeeper, he messed up.
Yeah.
So, period. Like, there's no excuse in that. But it happens, man. So, we're talking about like how do you keep your cool and keep your faith under extreme conditions. For me, this is a extreme condition. Like, anybody that knows me knows I'm a die-hard Liverpool fan.
This was another test too, bro. For us, think about it. If you reacted like that guy,
I would have broke my fast. That would have broke my fast.
Think about it. You was yelling, cussing. You could have went outside, started breaking chairs. Like, I don't know. When you were inside, there was 2 people outside just arguing after the game. They were just getting wild. People like, yo, you gotta leave. And I was like, man, people are really riled up about this. Yeah. This game was serious.
Look, man. Look, the one thing about soccer is that it takes all of your emotion. Soccer is the only sport that I know where all of your emotions come out in one single game. Like, I'm a big basketball fan. I like the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan. I've been a Lakers fan my entire life. And basketball doesn't arouse my emotion like soccer does.
Think about it. Basketball, there's 7 games.
And there's breaks. And then there's multiple points throughout the game. You know,
somebody gets off the court, they can come back in.
Exactly. So it's a lot. The game is a lot. There aren't as many stakes in basketball. Even football. Football, there's like 40, 50 players on the bench. Like, you lose one, you got options. You feel me? So, soccer is very much, it's the most simplistic and, in my opinion, the most beautiful sport because it's not just about the players. It's about the stadium. It's about the club, the history of the club. It's about the fans. It's about where they're located. It's about everything. Everything fully encompasses the sport. Like, you can't leave one part out and it makes the game complete.
That's awesome. That's just like Islam.
Yeah.
All the different moving parts.
Yeah.
But you need all the different parts to make it what it is.
What I think, what I think is really cool and how we can correlate that is just like the different races of people, I know in the past podcasts we talked about people and their ethnicity within Islam. I've seen people that are Albanian and they look white, and I've seen some of the darkest Muslims. I've seen Arab Muslims. I've seen Asian Muslims, you know what I'm saying? Hispanic Muslims. Matter of fact, we had this guy.
That's new to me.
Yeah, we had this guy that came by our shop, and he was Hispanic, he was Mexican. He was like, yo, like, I want to learn more about Islam. I've been thinking about converting. And I was like, that's great, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see him, my dad saw him, but it's still pretty cool that, when everything a Muslim, people have this idea of what a Muslim looks like.
Yeah.
And much like a soccer fan, right? Like everybody has this image of a soccer player in their head, but at the same time,
Pretty
soccer,
boy.
yeah,
Pretty boy, slick hair bag.
right. So it's really cool to be able to correlate that and say, yo, like soccer, much like Islam, religion in general is for anybody. Anybody can ball. Anybody can pray. You know, and I love it. I love it.
It was a long day.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Still going.
I'm ready to end this podcast, bro.
Brother, man. It's about that
No,
time.
I'm not trying to be rude to my people.
Do not be rude. Do not be rude. I know you're just hungry right now.
I'm hangry.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
We got another hour. We got some other interesting topics to talk
I'm about this so dry.
And
Yo, matter of fact, let's look. If you guys are listening to this, we're going to do another podcast just about like how our fast is going today.
yeah.
So
Today or just the first week?
Oh, actually, yeah, the first week.
Yeah.
First week. We're going to do another
First
podcast
Sunday.
episode just about like, yo, what was the first? I think today is the 11th day.
Yep.
What were the first 11 days like? Well, what were the first 10
10
days like? You know, regarding mercy and just like, yo, like it's been a struggle. But you guys will hear more about that in the next episode. If you guys do not follow us already, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram. That's Young, the letter N, Muslim. Again, that's Young, the letter N, Muslim. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Find us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook, the Young and
Hey.
Muslim Podcast. Make sure you do that. And
Mhm.
subscribe to our YouTube channel, the
Yes,
Young
sir.
and Muslim Podcast. We're on there too. And just leave us a quick comment on iTunes because that's the way we really get better.
Yeah.
Let us know what you would like to hear more about and how we're doing.
Exactly.
We take criticism well.
Yes. No, leave us reviews, guys. Reviews help other people find us and they
Yes.
help you feel good. But really though, like the reviews, as Mohamed said, like they really, really help us out and they help other people that really could learn and benefit from what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I think that we talking about some really dope stuff.
And if you don't have an iPhone and you're just in the streets, we're on SoundCloud. And there's a lot of SoundCloud rappers out there. Find us on SoundCloud, the
You
Young
thought
and
you were
Muslim
clever with that,
Podcast.
huh?
Yes,
You thought you were-
hey. And we're on Google Play as well.
Yep.
So thank you guys for listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast. It's your co-host Mohamed Hassan.
And I'll Salam.
And we hit you with the greetings of peace.
Assalamu
alaikum.
Peace.